Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, now here's my other copy of Digimon 4. The copy that this copy is a lot better. This is much more, this is more to my liking. Even though all the reviews say the game is bad and says it's not really bad, but just not what people expected. But I don't listen to reviews. I listen to reviews only when it comes to game length, or just I listen to everything but their personal opinions. Here's my other copy of Cubix. This copy was in terrible, terrible condition. In fact, it barely even plays because Cubix has a battle mode where you can how can I put it? You can just fight against the computer with any robots that you've unlocked. The other thing is, I'm not really a cheats guy, but there's a code where you can unlock all the robots, and so there are cheats for the game. I like using the cheats. When I first got the game, when I found out there was cheats for it, I liked using them because I was just testing it out. I wanted to test out the combat, and in battle mode, it's basically the same as it's a multiplayer mode where you can fight the computer or AI, and you can just see how the game plays and see how the game's battle system plays. So having all the robots unlocked, just sort of wet my whistle and let me know what I was in store for. And yeah, I have some other news. As you guys know, I mean, I'm sure you may know already, I'm a pretty huge game fanatic when it comes to anything from the 6th generation, and I guess the 7th generation, and a little bit of the 5th, the PS1 games and some N64 games, and as well as the 3DS and Vita consoles. But anyway, concerning my 6th generation, I am 2 RPGs away from having every RPG for the 6th generation. I mean, to me, that's kind of a accomplishment. I think so, anyways, because I have yet to see anyone on YouTube with that. I'm not saying there aren't people on YouTube or people anywhere that have a complete RPG collection for the 6th generation. I'm just saying I haven't seen them yet. I'm sure they're around. I'm sure a few people have it, but they may or may not have it. I myself definitely have it, or have it. I myself definitely has. I definitely have all of the RPGs for the 6th generation. All the ones that matter. I'm not claiming to have the best collection, but I will claim to have the best collection of RPGs, adventure games, and shooters. Adventure games, shooters. Although my shooter collection isn't really finished yet, there's still a few more, not shooter collection, my adventure collection and my shooter collection, they're not really finished yet. There's like 10 more games. I know I want Fugitive Hunter and a few other shooters, but there's not a lot of shooters that I don't have for the PS2. So most of the games that I want, or that I still want to get, they are adventure games. But yeah, as far as RPGs, it's going to happen. It is going to happen. I want to make another video when I do complete, when I am finally finished with the RPGs for this 6th generation, and then I'll show it off. As you guys know, I keep some of my Wii games mixed in because I figure, what's the point of having a Wii shelf when there's only like 5, or what's the point of making a whole separate section just for Wii games and only have like 8 or 9 Wii games? I just mix them in with all my other games. And what do I mean by the I said I have all the RPGs that matter from the 6th generation. The only two that I need now would be Evolution Worlds, which I gave to a friend, or let a friend borrow, which I'm not really the letting people borrow type of person. Really, I mean, I'll do it. They say, quit a habit you can't share. It's a habit you need to quit. So every now and then, because I don't have a lot of friends. I mean, I have friends. It's just I don't have a lot of gamer friends. And so, when I first meet someone, depending on if they live in my area or somewhere, or if it's a friend that I see often, I may lend them a game, or offer them a game, or if they ask, let them use a game, because I figure, I'll get it back. The person lives pretty close to me, or whatever. So there's a chance of me getting it back. But someone that I just met, don't even really know, don't even know where they live. Not that that's really important. I'm not going to go hunt them down or nothing like that. But I'd rather let someone use a game of mine that I know. I'd rather not lend out games at all, but I'm more comfortable with lending out games to people that I know rather than people that I don't really know right away. I got sidetracked, didn't I? Let me get back. I said all the RPGs that matter. RPGs that matter to me from the 6th generation are ones that don't require you to play online. And there are quite a few. Well, I think 3 that I've come across. I know there's the Final Fantasy game for the PS2. The one, that requires internet connection and stuff like that. To me, that's useless. It's not useless, but it's useless for me to collect because I can't really play it. So that's what I mean by all of the games that matter. There's a Phantasy Star game for the original Xbox. I forgot the name of it, but I had it. I was under the impression that it had a offline mode. That's another one. And then I think that's about it. Those 2. So that's what I mean by all the RPGs that matter. Not all of them, but if you minus those 2, I think I have every RPG. All I need is just Evolution Worlds for the GameCube, or another copy because I had it before. I lent it to someone that I'm no longer friends with, so it's lost in the wind. So I'll get that back. And I need a copy of Yu-Gi-Oh! For the GameCube because I've been on a hunt for Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. Excuse me. So once that happens, then, that'll be it. And maybe if you want to stop by and take a look, maybe you can use my collection, or at least my RPG section, as a guide. Because that's what I used to do. I used to look online. I still do look at people's collections on YouTube, and if they have a game that I don't have that I think I'd be interested in, I'll look at it, on the video or on the shelf or whatever they're filming it on, and I'll look it up on YouTube, and I'll look it up on Amazon and see how obtainable the game is. The other 2 Phantasy Star games, there's one for the PS2. There's actually 2 for the PS2, and there's 2 for the GameCube. One's a card game. One is another. I forgot the. Excuse me. I forgot what it's called, but I have it right. I'll show it to you guys later on. But that's another game that I need to get a 3rd copy of because I have 2 copies. I don't really like the condition of the 2 copies that I have. But either way, it doesn't matter. The thing I'm proud of is that very soon, within a month or 2, I will have all of the RPGs from the 6th generation, and that's very. I think that's an accomplishment for me because if it wasn't for other systems like the 3DS and 360 and PS3, then I would have my collection would have been completed a long time ago. One day I'll do a PS3 update or a current gen updates video of my collection. And just in case you guys don't know already, you probably do, or maybe you don't, I'm not buying an Xbox One or PS4